Now you notice also as I hit the sound that the pad that's focused is still lit. When I hit it, the other sound, which is being linked to it, is not. So you can hit it. But you also notice too in the software, it doesn't happen. So I hit pad number 1 in the software, we do not see the trigger of pad 14. I have to hit pad 14, and now I see pad 14 is in link group 1. It's a slave to whatever is the master of link group 1. I hit link group 1, and here we go. Pad 1 is the master of link group 1. So you get the idea. And that's how link groups work. Now I want to do a choke. It's the inverse of the link. I'm going to have the triangle play. But whenever the hi-hat comes in, it's going to cut it off, that closed hi-hat. Now here's how that works. I'm going to go here. I'm going to select this hi-hat, pad 11, as my master choke. I'll make it group 1. I'm going to go here and select the triangle, which is pad 10, and make it a slave to the triangle. So it cuts it off. See that? It just cuts it off. Otherwise, it rings longer. I want to look at pattern now. So here we have a pattern 10, it says there, right? And right next to drum and vox or volks, we go right here, a little triangle there. I click on that, and here we see pattern number 10. If I click on this box up here, we see patterns A, B, C, D. We've got so many patterns. We've got 9 different patterns here. See that? Already labeled. Some work done prior to that. So if you want to add another pattern box, you go to here, this plus sign, you add one more. If you want to get rid of it, there's an X to the right of it. It's gone. I'm going to select the second pattern box, and here I have my pattern. That's pattern 10. This will be 11. See that? I already have 9 in the first box. To get rid of this pattern, in my pattern slot, I go here, I go to the right of it, out of it. I can go to here, and I can edit that pattern, edit the name of the pattern. See that? So I can either edit or delete the pattern in the pattern slot of my pattern editor right here. Now, of course, length is important. Whether it's going to be a 1 bar, 2 bar, whatever. Well, we can move this line right here. As you can see, it's already on this here. So it's 4, starts at 3. This is a 2 bar pattern. If I want it to be 4, let's say 3, I'd move it here. And that'd be a 3 bar pattern. See that? Be right there. If I want it to be a 2 bar pattern. You'll notice too, as I'm doing that, that pattern appears up here already, right? So I can go to here, get rid of it. Now I'm set to go. Go back to here. Let's see pattern here. See that? So once I put the pattern in here, and this is selected here, it puts the pattern in the arrange view. Be aware of that. Because sometimes you might make a mistake. You're going back to fix the pattern. You got something in the arrange view, and you start editing a pattern, and all of a sudden you realize it's doing the same thing in the arrange view. And now here you'll also see the pattern length appears here to the right. Next to that, we have grid. I can have a quick grid, a 1 bar grid, half, quarter, eighth, 16th, or I can turn that grid off totally. We'll explain more of that later on. But first, let's get you familiar with the sequencer section. Here, I can also export a MIDI file. And I can also export an audio file.